Hi, it's great to see you and to be here with you today. Any topic can be viewed from a number of points of view. Today, I'm choosing to take a positive point of view and how we, as members of Scouting, can work more confidently as a community. And with that in mind, I share these thoughts. We need to behave in a way that we want others to behave towards us. For members to remain in Scouting, they must find their experience to be satisfying, rewarding and enjoyable. Scouting is a family, and it's this feeling of friendship and family and community more than just about any other factor that will motivate our adult members to stay. Responses in the recent Prepare for the Future survey suggest that we don't like politics and conflict creeping into our Scouting roles. Conflict can be valuable. It can create good debates, it can define what we stand for, it can assist in our focusing on our future direction. However, when politics and conflict creates a negative atmosphere, we lose more than we gain. Indeed, we may go backwards. We are blessed to be part of the most educated and connected generation the world has ever seen. This brings with it the opportunity to build strong communities, working hard to achieve great gains. And this can be seen in achievements in medicine, manufacturing, travel and education for the next generation. However, here is the catch. Being more informed and better educated can lead to heated discussions and sometimes, sad to say, conflict. We have built a community with high expectations, strong opinions, but often with no skills in the art of belonging. Our sense of community is, in some minds, a case of looking after self and protecting my own. In some cases, our capacity to live with difference has been lost. And it has been replaced with levels of selfishness and arrogance, a belief that I know best. Let's stop and think. It's fantastic that we all have our opinions about how things should be done. Our community will be far better off with variety and several solutions to the challenges we face. In some communities, rather than accepting that difference is good and learning to accept our various views, we have learned to lobby and enlist others to our case. We have collected like minds into parties and voting groups, expecting unquestioned obedience in all things. This is not a bad state of affairs, but if all issues and challenges are viewed through the same biased framework, without careful consideration, we end up with a divided community, left or right, red or blue, black or white. So how do we live proudly with our education and the accompanying knowledge? Live in wonder at the accessibility of information and opinion. Live comfortably with difference. In fact, be excited about what the difference can mean for all aspects of our life. We need to stop and build relationships based on values and beliefs, not based on position or power. Commit ourselves to hold back our own views until we have fully heard what others have to say. Prepare ourselves to possibly hearing a different and maybe a better solution, and then be prepared to support it without reservation. Now let's look at the worksheets. This is an individual task, and you're writing down your own personal reflections. And don't worry, you don't have to show anyone else your responses. But be honest. Worksheet number 1 asks for the Scouting networks of which you are part. I know there are a number of networks that we are a part of, but there should be at least 2. Now let's list the people who are in these networks. And let's assess the relationship you have with these people. Score them out of 5. 5 being a great relationship, while 1 maybe you don't have a relationship at all. And place the rating next to the name. Now, if you happen to have another coloured pen or pencil with you, highlight the most important people in this network. But if you don't have a second colour, work it out for yourselves and mark the important people in that network. So, are you happy that your relationships with network members are as they need to be? That is 3 or higher? What are you going to do about the relationships that you have marked as 3 or less? It's in your hands. Now, what does this mean for us in Scouting? We already have a structure of values and beliefs, and it is known as the Aims and Principles of Scouting, the Promise and Law, and the Code of Conduct. It is acknowledged that those of us serving at a state level within Scouting are aware of the need to build relationships with all members and to have better communication with members. And we're working on this, believe me. But for all of us here, among other things, we need, on occasion, to set aside our own ideas on Scouting and to listen to others. We need to ruthlessly review our own views on all manner of things Scouting. We need to learn the art of debate, real discussion looking at sides of a situation. We need to learn to facilitate the development of others' ideas. And finally, we need to live by the Scout promise and law. We need to set aside our needs and our wants for the good of the youth. Thank you, and great Scouting.